Hello, Tamara here from Posh Cat Crafts and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you how to attach the spine to the front and back covers using the Tonic Studios Keepsake memory book dies. This is the second collection of memory book dies that have been released from Tonic Studios. So let's get started. What you need? Well, you need the die that you're going to cut. So again, I said I was using the second to largest one, and the size is 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, so that's the size of the album that I'm making. You can use any of these size albums to make this, but you would then need to use the corresponding spine size for your die, but that's in another video. So what I've got is 12 by 12 papers. You can use A4, but I've got in my stash I've got 12 by 12. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut my paper down to size, just leaving a bit left, a bit more. So if I do that now on, so I'm just going to place my die there, just give a bit of extra, just I'm cutting two pieces at the same time. Just move it over a little bit, there we go. Okay, so we're going to cut one at a time. So you need to place your die down, but here's the thing. On the die you have, this isn't a cutting edge along here, so this is not going to cut. So this edge needs to go in towards your paper, not on the outside of this one. So you need to put it down like so, because what's going to happen is it'll cut everything else apart from this line here, because we want all of this, okay, because that is going to form to give our spine a bit more strength. So I'm going to place that on there, check I've got it the right way, because this craft paper has got two different sides. Okay, turn on my machine. There we are. Okay. So that's one. So this is going to form either the front or the back cover, and as you can see it's not cut this line here, but we don't want it to, so I'm going to put that aside and cut the other one. Okay, as you can see that it's cut perfectly. There we go. So, right, let me just get these out of the way and then we'll show you the next part. Okay, right, on to the next part. Now as you can see, it's not cut these, but we want this part of the page. So what we're going to do is we're going to line it up on our cutting, on our trimmer, but we don't want to cut down, we don't want to cut this off, we just want to cut this part here off. Okay, so we just at the minute want to cut this part off. So let's cut up to our line and then again cut down. Okay, so you're left with this here. Now we want to cut this off, so we need to turn it around the other way, and we're going to start, we're going to put our cutter here. So we want to trim this part here off. So this here needs to be trimmed off. Okay, can you see? And the same on this side, this here needs to be trimmed off. Line it up. And round the other way. There we go. So we've got our cover, and then this is going to wrap around our spine. So our spine is going to sit on there like so. Okay, excellent. Right, so let's do the next one. Okay, turn it round. We're going to cut that bit off there. Like so. One. And then the other side. Excellent. And then we've got our back cover. Right, so we can throw these in the bin. Okay. Now to attach our spine. Right, how do we attach? So this is the spine I've made up earlier. I've already added my double-sided sticky tape to the back, and this is what we're going to do. Now you will have a bit of an overlap on this one. Right, so what we need to do is the spine, sorry, the page, the front page is perforated, and so what we're going to do is we're going to line our page, our spine edge up to that. So if I see if I can just pull you down a bit, then I can show you what I'm doing just there. Oh, might be too much, sorry about that. Okay, there, I think you can see. Okay, so that there is the perforations. Now we're going to line up the edge of our spine mechanism to the perforations. Don't go over it because we do need just a little bit of leeway. Okay, so probably about 1/8 of an inch. Give yourself about 1/8 of an inch gap. Okay, it's like so. Then what I would do is, or what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to get a scoring, turn it around. I'm going to get a scoring tool, and I'm just going to score just a faint line. Okay, okay, like so. Right, and on this side I'm going to leave this until I've stuck this down. So I'll pan you back out again. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. Hello. Okay, right, so we need to take off our double-sided tape. Now that banging you can hear is it's very warm here in the UK today, and I've had to open a window because it's so hot in my studio. So I've had to open the window, and that's my blind, because my craft desk is right in front of the window, so I can look out over my backyard and the fields. And so that's just the blind that's banging in the wind, so I do apologise for that. Just if I close it, it's just far too warm. But we're not complaining, we don't get an awful lot of hot weather in this country, so we can take it where we can get it. Okay, right, done half of them. That's my cat decided now that wants to go out the window. There we go. Right, nearly done. Last one. Oh. Excellent. Okay, right. Now, again, as we said, I'm going to turn this around so that we can see. I'm going to line up the edge to the edge there, leaving about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, and then just stick down. Ooh. There we are. There we go. Don't matter if it is not too perfect, because we want this lovely straight line on the outside of our book so that it's looks nice and neat. Okay, now what we can do is we can use the edge here as our guideline, and we can just put our score line in, and then that will just help when we attach the next page. It will just help with bending our pages. Okay, I'll do the same to that side. We can bend that one. Excellent. So that's our front cover done. Okay, and you can see now it's not as floppy, but we're going to add the other side of it to make it more stable. Now this one we may need to cut about maybe 1.5 inches off, but I'm going to just see what it looks like on the other side first. So we're going to put that one underneath like that. Okay, now that one seems to be perfect because of this line here. That's right. So for what we need to do is we need to cut this line off. So this extra piece, so we need to cut that bit off. Now you could leave it on. It would just give you a larger gap at the end. So I'm just going to, I've just trimmed it off to the edge there. So I've just trimmed that off there. Sorry if I was out of shot there. And then this one, yeah, that's better. And then what we're going to do is this one here, we're going to bend round to give that bit more stability. So again, about 1/8 of an inch gap between the perforations and the edge of our spine. I don't know if you can see that. There we go, just there. Okay, about 1/8. So how I'm going to attach this though is I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape along here and here, and then I'm going to just fill it in with glue. Okay, so we'll stick double-sided tape onto there, and then onto there. Okay, let's just give it a good burnish down. Okay, then what we're going to do now is we're going to use our glue. We're going to come, we might have to go this way, I think. Yeah, we will. We'll have to go this way. Right, so double glue and glue in between. Oh, this is what I should do before I come on camera, is unclog my glue. Okay, glue unclogged. Okay, put it all the way in the middle. Let's put quite a bit on, and then so I'm going to take off just the corner and bend that back, so I've created like a tab, and you see, and do the same with the other side. Bend it back and create a tab. Now that's going to help so that if we don't stick it in the right place at first, it then gives us time to move it about. So about 1/8 of an inch gap between the perforations. Okay, make sure you get it lined up. So then that allows us to do that because we haven't actually used the double-sided tape as such. Okay, I think that is about right. Right, I can then pull that away and pull this away, and then that should have stuck apart from this side here. Oh, if it goes wrong, it has to go wrong on camera, doesn't it? Can't not do it. That's it. I pulled too fast and it didn't come away. So that is then our spine attached to our front and back covers. Right, I know I said about leaving this bit round and bringing it over. You can do, that's okay, but I on this occasion wanted to cut it off. I just thought it gave me a stronger line. Okay, I just need to score that bit there and then fold, and there we have the start of our album with our very strong spine. I hope that answered some questions. I know I had some questions on that in an earlier video, so I hope that cleared some of the questions up. If you have any more questions, please leave me a comment. I do answer them all, good or bad. Constructive criticism, please. No negativity. And if you've liked it, please give me a like, or subscribe would be even better. If you have a YouTube channel, I can come and subscribe to yours. I'm on Facebook, Pinterest, Blogspot and Instagram, so come along to any of those platforms and say hi. Love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.